How do I use all the new features in Snagit 9? Well, instead of just answering that, I'm going to show you how Snagit 9 saved my sanity on a very hectic day at my marketing firm. You know what it's like trying to tie up all the loose ends the day before leaving for vacation? Well, it was one of those days. Right away that morning, I realized there was no way I'd be able to finish booking the flight for my upcoming business trip. Our kind-hearted assistant, Julie, offered to finish the arrangements. I'd already run a bunch of searches and narrowed down the list of flights on these browser tabs. Snagit made it easy to just capture, one after the other. All the screenshots showed up right here in this new capture tray. I added a couple of arrows to show my preferred flights. You know, these new menus were a bit of an adjustment, quite honestly, but now I love how my most used tools bubble to the top. Anyway, then I sent off the captures in an email. Thanks for bailing me out, Julie. Working with multiple captures like this would have been a real bummer with the old Snagit, but version 9 makes it painless. Did I mention that my vacation was mountain biking in Sedona, Arizona with a friend? Well, later that morning, I grabbed a few moments between meetings to print a map of the trails we'd be riding. Hey, don't tell my boss. Using Snagit's new visual search pane, I typed Sedona, and up came all the stuff I captured when I started planning the trip. It took me all of 30 seconds to find and open these captures. Circle the trail, combine the map and description so I could print it out for the trip. So, I guess I'm safe with the boss after all. Another thing I had to get done before heading out of the office was give Sean some feedback on a web page he'd been designing. A pretty long web page. I took one look at it and knew I don't have time to write all my comments out in an email. So I grabbed the page with Snagit's scrolling window capture. Now I could just point to the things I wanted to change and explain right here in the margin. At this point, I realized that the logo still needed some work, but considering how my day was going, it would have to wait. No time for rabbit trails, so I set the follow-up flag to remind me to come back to it later. And of course, another interruption. How typical. Sure, boss, no problem. At this point, I'm thinking, let's see. I worked on that graphic sometime last week. Yep, there it is. I made the change. And off it went. Okay, now back to work on this thing for Sean. Boy, it just never slows down. Fortunately, not every day is that chaotic. I did eventually get out of the office and had a great time biking in Sedona. And my flight to Italy was all set up when I got back. Funny thing, I just got an email from my boss, who has an old version of Snagit. He asked me about that new screen capture program I'm using. I think he's gonna love the new Snagit.